So this is the evolution of the art and health show that my boy Vivek and I, Dante, have been doing for the last little while. And we're bringing you the latest incarnation of this show. So let's do this right. Welcome to the show. My name is Dante. I'm here with my boy V, and we're here to bring you the Humblist.
What's up, everybody? What's up?
V, I know you were kind of feeling a little under the weather. How you feeling now, man? You doing okay?
So I've got this migraine that is just brewing, and it's been brewing since I woke up. And it's actually good that I'm wearing the glasses because everything is really high sensitive. Really I'm feeling kind of nauseous. If I need to run to the washroom in the middle of the show, that's why you guys know, because I'm trying to power through this for all y'all. Because last week we had a bust. And I was determined to get us some new software, some new opportunities for us to broadcast. We're broadcasting on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook right now. And so, that's what it is.
That's a lot. Hey, it's all good. Whatever audience is with us now that's carried over, and for anyone that's here new, for you guys, this has been the growing pains for us, for me and V, as we've been trying to figure out how to best do this show. Definitely some learning curves, and like V was saying last show, Instagram really bombed on us, and really I think that pushed us into this direction. We had a bad show. We got to go digging to get this, and like he said, we're on Instagram. Sorry, we're not on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitch. And we're on YouTube. We'll recycle the links on Instagram and on Twitter just to try to get all the social media bases there. But this is definitely a step up for us. So one of the new additions is we can see our names. You can see it right here. This is my name here and my Twitter and Instagram handle if people want to follow. And V, you got yours over there as well going up.
Absolutely, yeah.
We also got topics that will be toggling around the bottom there, which will help everyone kind of follow along what we're talking about here. So I'm pretty excited. I'm excited about this new show. And V, I'm sorry you're not feeling it right now, but I'm really feeling it. I'm feeling it for the both of us.
Yes, it's important that it's a good thing you're there, carry the vibes, carry the energy. I appreciate that.
Just helm with the ship, and you're with me, bro. You're with me, bro. Okay, so the four things that we really wanted to focus on today was, first of all, the creative process. That was going to be our focus this week, and we really want to come up with a different theme for each week's show. And we're going to be using Instagram and using our different social media outlets to throw it out to you guys, the public, to try to get a little bit of interaction. And this week's theme that V and I had chosen earlier, what an artist does to get started when they're trying to create something new. So V, I know you came up with this idea actually. Was there something that inspired you to do the creative process here, or what? Why are we doing this as a topic?
I just like you said, we wanted to come up with a topic each week, a theme each week, and I guess I was just brainstorming and was thinking about some of the questions you asked me during the Red is Rain album review, and that came to mind was the creative process. So I threw that to the group at the Humble Hungry on Facebook, and it just seemed to get some great answers, and I thought that let's broadcast it on the show.
Yeah, that's great. So we wanted to just hear some stories about when people want to create a new song, what is that motivation? Where do they go? So what kind of feedback did you get from the people out there? Did anyone say anything cool?
Yeah, we had a number of people chime in, like Paige, Michael Bones. We had Paul Caruso, Helen, shout outs to all of them. And basically what they were saying is, a definite variation, but, Paige was saying it's like a really random occurrence for her. So when she gets inspiration, she has to write it down quickly. And, Helen was saying same thing. She journals a lot. Paul Caruso was talking about the, War of Art book, which a lot of people have been recommended to me, lately. So that was pretty cool. He was talking about also, using some influences, some herbal influences to get into the zone.
Hey now.
Yeah. So going from there, and yeah.
No, let me be honest with you. When I'm drawing my sketches, because anyone new or old out there will know that I like to draw. I actually have to have some drinks going. I don't know what it is, but I think it kind of calms myself, calms my hands a little bit. So when you're talking about someone needing some herbal inspiration, I guess, sometimes it does help relax a little bit.
Fair enough. Yeah. So those are some of the kind of the feedbacks we got. Bones was saying, we should, or he has like different books. So he has like a lyric book. He has a production book and a drum kind of sample, and he just kind of toggles between the three, and keeps it really organized. So yeah.
What about you, V? You're an artist. You create. When you're trying to create a new song, what is? We got a comment here. What's that say? Can you read that out?
Yeah, it says Jode says she's doing The Artist's Way right now, which is a really great book for the creative process. So thanks, Jode, for chiming in with that. And I remember us talking about that, and I've been referred to that book as well. So yeah, hit us up in the comments if if there's some other creative processes you guys want to suggest and recommend. Have you heard of that book, Dante? The Artist's Way? Oh, and we lost Dante for a second. I'm sure we'll get him back. There he is.
There I am. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, just another one of those hiccups that we were talking about earlier. We're kind of getting kicked off every now and again, so we're just trying to work through it. No, I have not heard that book before, and I haven't heard that other one that you're mentioning, The Art of War?
War of Art.
Right. Okay, that's cool.
Right. War of Art. Yeah.
So, do you ever read books to get inspired, V?
Well, basically, yeah, I do. It's just like, but you know what? To be honest with you, it hasn't been. It's been a while. A lot of like during my previous healing, I was doing a lot more reading, and we've got kind of. I tap into certain more so now, like podcasts and YouTube streams and kind of sometimes audio clips and things like that to get inspired for sure.
Interesting, man. Interesting. Also got some stories from Facebook.
Yeah, nothing on Facebook yet. I'll keep you posted, but yeah, let's keep it rolling.
That's one of the cool things about this application. V can actually check out the comments coming in from all different sorts of our platforms. So he's going to actually be moderating some of these comments for us as the show goes on. So I'll be touching in every now and again. Hopefully we'll get some engagement from the public there. But yeah, we want to sort of use this to transition into activity in the music. There's a lot of things that are inspiring a lot of people out there. The social justice movement that's going on is a lot of artists. I know we've put a bunch already on previous shows, and I think that the songs that we both chose this week sort of emulates that and reflects that. So, V, we're gonna do. Are we cool? Can we jump into reviewing?
I think it's about that time, my friend. I think it's about that time.
Let's see that caption on that bottom. Let's see that caption pop up.
Boom! Boom! How y'all like that?
It worked. It works. And if we increase our subscribers and followers, then we might be able to get access to different features. Maybe we can get some color. That'd be some color in the background. Awesome. So, Kanye West, first track, "Wash Us in the Blood." This is a new track. I'm not even sure when it was released. But it's new to me, or the video was just released recently. I think this song actually came out last year. But V, you put me on this. What called out to you about this track? Why are we talking about this one today?
Well, you know how big of a Kanye fan I am, like massive. I've been to one of his stadium shows, and if you ever get the chance, if shows come back and live venues come back, I recommend checking out Kanye at a stadium show. It's just a surreal experience. It's very spiritual. And, his latest album and his latest work is just kind of going on that direction with "Wash Us in the Blood." And it's almost like, a lot of the feels that I got when I heard it was like a throwback to Yeezus, and meaning it's just very raw.
Yeah.
It's such a raw sounding track. But it, if you follow the trajectory of Kanye, his latest album, Jesus is King, very obviously religious. And I think just with what's going on in the state of the world, mixed with, Kanye's artistry, it makes for a very, very fitting track for the times. And the way the visuals are done, just like very unpolished and out of control. It's fantastic for real. That's why we're talking about it. Yeah,
absolutely. Like it jumped out. Absolutely, it jumped out to me right away. It's raw. It's like visceral. We see a lot of images, but like in this raw form, like not edited. We see someone get into a fight, someone get knocked out. So we see blood. But some things are produced. They're lifted, they're mixed in. But it's a feast for the eyes, really. I'm gonna drop some knowledge. So I did a little bit of background work on this track, and you did mention something about Kanye being hyper religious and kind of following that route. This song actually was debuted in a Christian opera. Do you know that Kanye wrote? He called it the Nebuchadnezzar. If that name sounds familiar to you, which I'm not sure it does, but
yes, it does. That's Matrix.
Hey, very good, man. Yes, absolutely. So that was the name of the Matrix ship, the Nebuchadnezzar. And that's a Babylonian king that kind of like went insane and was like constantly looking for answers and stuff like that. So I think that's sort of what Kanye's channeling,
right.
His free kind of out there thinking, and he's still kind of looking for answers. So that was really interesting. I thought it was really interesting that it was produced by Dr. Dre. Did you notice that, or was it mixed by Dre?
Yeah. I think I mentioned that to you like a while back. Yeah, like that's an interesting thing. Yeah, like two genius minds right there, right? Like it's just we're talking about like hip hop royalty, and I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast, and they were talking about like who do you think got like the final say on that, right? Like Dre is like this legend, and so is Kanye. So who's got the stems, who's mixing that? And obviously Dre got like probably he mixed it. But I know even with my own work, I'm very much in the ears of people who are mixing my stuff, right? I'm like, hey, like that, so I'm sure Ye had a bit of that too. So sorry, go on.
Oh, absolutely. No, that's a great point. I love that interjection. Absolutely. You're right. These are two heavyweights of the industry. And when you're producing a song like that, if they have like a disagreement, how do they meet halfway? But I don't know, man. I think that there's something beautiful in the crazy frenetic energy that sort of comes through, like images, violent ones that are kind of meant to like shock us. I didn't pay too close attention to the lyrics. I didn't have so much time to really get too deep into them. I did hear Travis Scott say something about talking about all the different states that still endorse capital punishment. And I did hear sort of alluding to like the fake news that Donald Trump sort of hypes up there. So there is, some deeper meaning there. I'd like to sort of like dig that out. Are you ever interested in the lyrics to that extent? Do you ever like dig deep to hear exactly what they're trying to say?
Yes, I do. I think like, usually I try to, especially before our shows, I try to like research the lyrics. I really love the hook. I just feel like it's just so like, it's simple but powerful. And the hook is like, whole life being thugs, no choice selling drugs, genocide, what it does, slavery, what it does. And it's just like that Kanye, like kind of inflection on his voice is just, I love that, man. It's just
He's really good at making those really
catchy, so hooks. Catchy, but powerful, so powerful, so true. Like everything he's saying, so true.
Absolutely. I thought it was some of his best stuff in a long time.
Yeah,
right. Probably his best stuff in years, I would say.
Yeah, and I think it's just I'm telling you, timing is everything with that, right? Like people needing a higher not like a higher calling or a higher purpose, but I think like the spirituality element really helps in this situation. And that's what
Yeah.
it is. That's what he's talking about, right? Is like the people need Jesus. Like we need God to like save us from everything that's going on. This year's been crazy. Like that's what he's saying, right? So
I did want to, maybe we'll talk about it a little bit later in depth, but you heard Kanye say he's going to run for president? You heard about that?
yeah, we just got another
Oh,
question, another
oh,
thing.
jokes.
So what is everyone's thoughts on Kanye running for president?
Yeah, we'd love to hear your thoughts out there if you guys got anything. For me, when I first read that, was like, this guy's crazy. I think that he, in his mind, is probably serious. Man, like, that sounds nuts. On the other hand, Donald Trump is the president, so like anything goes right now. What do you think, V?
Well, I just don't know what to think. I think it's kind of cool. Like I'd like to see it. It's almost like we're living in a further to his video music video. There's like video games, right? It's like a video game almost. Like I don't know if it's real or not. He's got Elon Musk's support. I saw Elon tweet that. So, and I know Elon's not like this. Like he's a genius in his own right. But you know, I don't know.
God.
Like he's like that's a big endorsement, right? Elon Musk.
Is it? Yeah, it is. I guess like maybe he'll be his running mate. Oh man, can you imagine? Like stranger things have happened, and I would not put anything past this year, right? 2020. This could just be this month's thing. Seems like each month we have a challenge. This month is Kanye running for president.
Right.
I kind of hope he does it ish, but I don't know, man. That sounds nuts. Like, would he run as an independent? I guess.
That's what I'm thinking, right? And a lot of people saying I'll just take away support for Biden. So I don't know, man. It's an interesting topic. We shouldn't go like too deep on it because we're not political people as it is, right? But yeah, interesting, worth noting. And maybe we can segue to the next track.
Absolutely.
But I think it's interesting, like just to segue to the next track that is Element, and there's some Element clips in the music video, which you pointed out to me. And then further to that, the connection being Dr. Dre, who, you know, very relevant to Kendrick's production and his work. And then now Dre's going to be producing or going to be involved in Kanye's album. So yeah, please give us some insight into
my thoughts. Yeah, absolutely. So the next song that we are featuring is Element by Kendrick Lamar off of his album Damn. It's not a new song by any means. I don't even know if it's his most popular song, but it's to me like my favorite video for it. I think this song and the last song that we were talking about, both those songs are like enhanced by the video. I think the visual component that goes with it just elevates the work. And so let me give you a little bit of background. Some of those images, I don't know if you recall, and for those people out there that we're talking about, check out these videos, okay? Wash Us in the Blood by Kanye and Element by Kendrick Lamar. Whether you like this type of music or not, check out the visuals in these videos. They're very, very powerful, very, very striking, and very topical for the times. And there's a couple of them in particular. One with black nuns dressed all in white, one with a little girl with a bumblebee, one with like fire burning or people jumping off of a building, just like stuff that kind of like captures your eye. Kendrick Lamar, I think that he's the next up-and-coming genius when it comes to the hip-hop game. He seems to have the golden touch. Everything he does is hot in one way or the other. I know he worked with this guy named Jonas Lidstrom. Jonas Lidstrom directed this video. And this guy, he wanted to capture that moment between a picture and a movie. You know, that kind of like, it's almost like a moving picture. And so you get a lot of those slow motion types of things going on. And he did like a lot of work on new iPhones and stuff like that. So like using the new kind of technology, because iPhones and stuff, you could use this for videos.
Right. Absolutely.
In fact, V, have you ever thought about making a video on an iPhone or a smartphone?
Yeah, once I like upgrade to like the latest one, and I know Jodes has like one of the latest ones, and you guys were both telling me to upgrade my phones. But yeah, I think with the new technology, that would be fantastic.
You can make your own music videos. You don't need to pay like thousands and thousands of dollars anymore.
For real.
And the other guy that he worked with was Gordon Parks. And Gordon Parks was a photographer, a photojournalist that focused in on capturing the Black culture in its natural form. So he did a lot about getting to know people so he can learn their trust and get really intimate with his shots. And he did with the B and a couple of others, which were, but both songs have a lot of images of violence, a lot of blood,
Right.
and to really kind of shock us. The other thing that kind of jumped out to me was that verse where he ends everything with "ha."
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
talking about?
yeah,
You know what I'm talking
yeah,
about? So there was an artist, Juvenile. You remember Juvenile?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he does that too.
Right. Juvenile had that song "Ha," and basically the entire song he's just rhyming, and he ends the verse with "Ha." Right?
Right.
Oh, you thought I was gonna be rich? Ha. Oh, you thought it was gonna be whatever? Ha. Whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
And there's a verse in this Element song where Kendrick does the exact same thing. To me, that's him paying homage to where he came from, and reminding everyone that as rich and everything that he's gotten, he still remembers where his roots, which is in this case Compton, because I think Juvenile is from there too.
Interesting.
But yeah, that's my rant on that.
Right.
Yeah. Anything else stand out for you, V?
I just love, like, as we're comparing the two tracks, I just love how Kendrick's is like so polished and so, like, it almost looks like a movie, right? Like, just the quality of footage, the transitions, the story almost. But whereas Kanye's is just all over the place. You got like, you do probably have cell phone footage, but it's probably like a flip phone cell phone, something like that. Whereas this is way more kind of elegantly done, and you get similar feels, but in a different chord. It strikes you in a different way a bit, right?
That's right. Nicely said. So like just comparing both tracks, which one do you like more?
I don't know, man. The Kanye one's too new for me to really kind of gauge it in, and it's got the thing that's got going for it is that it's so new, so it's like really front of mind.
But Element was new to you too. Like, I mean, like, I'm sure you heard it, but you didn't do any deep dive into it like now, right?
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's a tough one. I can't say. I'll say I think I like Element a little bit more, but I don't know. I have to listen to them both. I can't really. What about you?
Yeah, no, I think, well, for me, it's Element. Again, it's the same thing. Like, the Kanye track is just a little too new for me. Maybe in like a year, it'll grow to the point where I really rate that song. But I think they're both killers. They're both bangers of songs. And I really, really appreciate what Kanye's doing. Genius. Yeah. But I think Element is definitely like more of an artistic piece. Like, you can see that in a museum or something.
100%.
That's 100%. Great, man. So let's shift gears. Let's go to some more independent artists. And we're going to be talking about our first artist, Paige Blossom. So
shout out Paige Blossom. What up?
Full transparency, we tried to talk about Paige last week on the Instagram show, and we had some thoughts out there, and really it was a disaster of a show. So, sorry about that, Paige. This is our way of making it up to you, and hopefully in the future we can hear some more from you, and maybe even get you in for an interview one day. But we want to push a little love for Paige and talk about the song "Bittersweet" by Paige Blossom. So tell me, V, where'd you hear about this girl? How'd you find this girl?
Yeah, it's a great connection. I've got a lot of respect for Paige. Only 17, Toronto,
17 years old.
Toronto, Mississauga singer, actor, songwriter. Just been impressed with her work ethic and her attitude. Epitome of humble and hungry. Anyone we give love to on this show has to be humble and hungry. So, that's what's up with Paige. And, I met her at some Mississauga Arts Council, shout out Mac, open mics. And, we connected, and over the course of like a couple of years, she came to my album release, Red as Rain album release. Very, very supportive. Yeah, she was out there and, connecting and yeah, she's just doing exactly what, I think an up-and-coming artist should do, absorbing content like a sponge, trying new things, taking direction, and yeah, I think the future is very bright for this young lady for sure.
Absolutely. So V, you told me about her a few weeks ago and told me to check out her stuff, and I reached out to her and I spoke to her a little bit just to get a little bit more background. Bro, I'm blown away by her maturity and perspective. Her sound is a lot more mature than
Yeah,
someone who's only 17 years old. I think she sounds pretty polished there.
truly.
Um, the She's got a very strong voice. Let's talk. Well, before we get into the song, she did mention to me that a lot of her inspiration was from Vincent Van Gogh. And for me, I'm a big fan for arts and the classical arts, so I can kind of, I really want to hear a little bit more about it. And I asked her to elaborate. And she mentioned about how Vincent Van Gogh did struggle a lot with mental health.
Right.
Up until his suicide, he was dealing with this, but he was still able to create beautiful things. And I think she kind of used that as her inspiration to kind of fight through her own mental health, whatever
Mhm.
that may be, toxic behavior or outside influences or just growing up and
Right.
all that sort of stuff, and still be able to create something beautiful. So
Yes.
let's get a little bit into the song. The song's called Bittersweet. It's it's a chill, melodic, easy, simple song. It's got a nice build to it, and it really focuses on her voice. It really pops her sound. It's a clean song, and it's very smooth. What was your first impressions of this, Reed?
Yeah, like I really like the hook. Like I tell her stuff like it gets stuck in your head
Yes.
very easily, and a lot of her stuff resonates for me because, like you said, she's channeling the pain and the healing. So we're both like we have that in common. And specifically the line I think it's in the hook is I only know what was good when the bad gets worse. And it's kind
Oh
of
yeah.
like the stuff you take for granted, and you don't really realize how good you have something sometimes until the bad gets worse. And like me fighting through this migraine right now, it's I really appreciate those other days, and we often take things for granted for sure. So that line really resonated for sure.
Oh my gosh, that so resonated with me too. That just definitely popped out. So the grass isn't always greener on the other side, and really, she had a couple other lines were really reflecting that this is like a cyclical thing, and life. This is what life is: the ups and downs and the ebbs and flows of it all. So I thought that it was a song that like we can relate to, like anyone can relate to, anyone that's dealt with some sort of external or internal struggles can relate to a song something like this.
For
I was
sure.
really impressed. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was a good
So
choice. Did she tell you to push this song, or did you choose this song? How did you get on this specific track?
I just chose it. I
Yeah.
was yeah, because I was feeling it, and it was just the timing of when she released it, and yeah, I really want to support her. She's part of the Humble and Hungry fam, so like I said, good things coming to Paige.
Nice.
Much love, and yeah, we'll continue to keep track of her career, and maybe down the road we'll get her on as a guest because I know you know we were thinking about it, but it just didn't line up for whatever reason. And we lost Dante. He'll be back in a second, but yeah,
Um,
for whatever reason, it didn't line up. But yeah, we'll think of getting her as a guest in the future. So yeah,
yeah, and like once, can you hear me via my back?
yeah.
Once
Mercury retrograde, people. Mercury retrograde, still retrograde.
we're still retrograding, and eventually, once we get back into doing some performing, man, maybe this girl can come out and actually, so we can see some of her chops in person.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Should we move on? And so yeah, much love,
Let's do
Paige.
it. Much
So
love, Paige.
let's move
Shout
on to
out.
the next.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, like if you're an artist out there and you want us to talk about your stuff, let us know, man. Reach out to us because we love to hear new music, and we're always looking to review some new stuff. So what's next, B?
Yes, we've got another Humble and Hungry member, Lucio, from
Yes.
all the
Oh,
shout outs all the way from Switzerland. Can you believe that?
Switzerland, Ohio.
No, no, like the country Switzerland.
Oh wow, shit, man, that's great. See, the world is getting smaller and smaller with technology. Okay, so Lucio, so tell me about him. Where'd you hear about this guy? I guess you just
I connected with him on Submit Hub and
okay.
loved his positivity. He started, being positive in the pre-save group where I have a group that we have a bunch of artists that just support each other when new releases are coming. And so he was supportive in that. he's been following the Humble and Hungry show ever since, Red as Rain reviews, and then to the Art and Health,
Okay.
and then now. So yeah, so I decided to feature his work again.
Beautiful. All right. Universe. And Universe, I guess, is off of his Mountain Vibes sound. Do you
Yes,
know a
his
little bit about his
project. Yeah,
discography?
exactly.
Like, yeah. So let's talk about his creative process because he's got an interesting story, right?
Yeah, 100%. And I'm glad he shared it with us because he actually just sent me some pictures on Instagram, and I was like, "What the heck?" Like crazy backdrops, and
Great.
basically, where he takes like a week or maybe a little bit of time each year, and he goes in his caravan and he goes to the Swiss Alps, and he'll just take all his recording gear and he'll put it in the caravan, and until something happens. He told me this track was he got some of the vocal samples from Splice and the Kara vocal sample pack, which is really crazy. And I've been using Splice quite often, and yeah, so he's been able to kind of maneuver some of the Splice sounds and make it his own sound from it.
Okay, so let me get this straight. This guy takes a few days off. He goes up to the Swiss Alps and he just creates. Man, can
That's
you
correct.
imagine that like inspiration right there, like seeing the mountains with
Beautiful.
no
It's so
top?
beautiful. It
That's
looks
crazy.
beautiful. I see him meditating. One of his pictures. If you go to his Instagram, which is linked there,
Just
yeah,
right there.
yeah, it's wherever it is.
Wherever.
Check out it. You could see him meditating on the mountains in like the Swiss Alps.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
unbelievable.
Do,
So
do you think if you were there, that would like help you with your creative performances?
just
You know,
seeing him is like inspiring me. So yeah, no doubt it would. So shout out to
actually,
Lucio.
like if the way that you have your setup right now, that light in the background kind of looks like you're in front of a mountain right now. So
Right?
that's good.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
for
good.
real. So
All
that's
right.
not, yeah, that's hilarious.
So great for this guy, man. That like what a story. So Lucio, the song, like I said, is called Universe. This is not like anything that we've ever. Hey, shout outs there. Hey, I love these comments that can pop
It's
up.
it's actually Lucio. So shout outs. Thanks, Lucio. We
Hey,
appreciate
Lucio.
you.
All right, man. Got some love there. Yeah, tell your friends about this. But like I said, this is nothing like we've ever reviewed before, and sort of a little bit out of our wheelhouse. But this is a banger, man. I love this song. It's a legit club track that I could see playing. Like I could be driving down the road and just hearing this like playing and just not having a care in the world. Did you have did you get the same impressions?
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Like I mean, that's the beauty of the Humble and Hungry group is this so many different artists, so many different genres, and everyone is super talented. And Lucio, we really appreciate your talent. So, and even though it's not in like the same genre that I normally create, I'm very much appreciative. So keep on creating, brother.
Oh,
You're doing a great job, and I know it's gonna break through. And that's again one of the reasons for this group is because a lot of the artists were not getting features on major. Lucio actually told me on Submit Hub he was, and actually his story really touched me a bit because he was not getting any features on these curators on Submit Hub. So I was like, you know what? Screw this. We're just going to create our own. We're going to create our own avenue, and that's where Humble and Hungry has been be able to pick up momentum because we're creating our own. And trust me, this thing is it's gonna get a lot of steam. We're gonna get a lot of followers. I believe it. I see the vision,
right.
and if you're involved with us, we're gonna show you love. So that's what's up.
I love the positivity. So you mentioned that he uses a sample. What was that sample thing that you mentioned that he used for the vocals? The
It's called
splice.
Splice. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a sampler. Like yeah. So
Have
yeah.
you used it before in your tracks?
Yeah. The '80s track that I have coming out soon is a lot of Splice samples. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, it sounds like a really helpful application, and I think that the vocals that he has there really sort of adds to the track.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a banger, and I'd like to hear some more from him. So yeah, check out Universe by Lucio, and you won't be disappointed, man. I really had a good time with that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, those are our features for the week. Thank you to Lucio. And again, follow them at Lucio_music on Instagram. And of course, Paige Blossom at Paige Blossom Official on Instagram. So I'm just linking them back, and yeah, so thanks to both of you guys.
Beautiful. So we're going to be doing this every week. We're going to have a feature where we're going to be talking about local or independent artists like this. So if you guys have any work that you want us to feature, let us know, like I said, and we'd love to check it out and give you guys a bit of a story in the spotlight there. But yeah, V, you're doing well so far, man. You got some good energy. I love the
Thanks,
interaction.
man. Hey, it's kind of like that. You ever see those like iceberg pictures where you see like it's just like just the tip of the iceberg on the surface, but underneath it's like this. It goes like all the way down to the ocean. That's what I feel like. I've got it. I'm keeping it together for the camera.
That's all right, man. We just have a few more minutes left.
I appreciate it.
Before we go. So just want to wrap up with some general banter and some general thoughts, because I really haven't talked to you so much about this. One was the Kanye for president, but we touched about that earlier. A couple of other things was, for those that don't know out there, V and I are both big sports fans. We love the NBA. We love all the different things that's going on. Yeah. The NBA is coming back soon, and they released a list of statements that people can have on the back of their jerseys instead of their names. V, did you see the list?
Yeah, I think you sent it into our chat group. That was pretty cool. Yeah, pretty interesting. Pretty cool. Yeah.
It's pretty interesting. And my question to you was, if you were to go into this bubble, would you still rock your name, or would you have a social statement?
Definitely a statement, man. It's definitely. Because I figure you're at that level anyway. Everyone knows your name. You don't need to make a name for yourself. Use the platform to do something really positive, you know?
I guess. Okay, what if it was like right now? Would you? Because you're still not a name yet. You know, you're still building your brand. Would you want to build your brand a little bit? Or do you think this is not the time for that and you should use your voice for other things?
Yeah, I think I would still do the statement, you know, like, yeah, I think I'd do the statement because it's just the time. I know my name. I know my name will always, like if I'm on that stage, I'll be able to get my name back on there eventually, right? So
my personal favorite was Si se puede, which in Spanish means yes we can, and I definitely have Si te puede on mine. Did you have any idea about yours, or if you were to create something different, maybe something new?
You know what? I really don't know. Maybe just something about unity consciousness. Really, to be honest with you, like unity
consciousness for 3.
You know what I mean? That just sounds nice too, right? Like really sounds good. So yeah, that's what I'd probably say.
Perfect. And the last thoughts I wanted to get you on was, did you hear about these the teams that are starting to change their names? The social justice movement is gaining steam. I thought that it was losing a little bit of steam, but it seems to be picking up again. Sporting events are changing to kind of identify that they're on board with the Black Lives Matters movement. And one of the things the NBA is doing, along with the statements on the back, we're starting to see some teams change the names of or consider changing their names. A couple in particular, the Washington Redskins and the Cleveland Indians.
Okay, interesting.
Do you have an opinion on this at all? Like, what do you think about teams named after Native Indians, Native Americans?
Yeah, I think it's about high time that they change it. I know they just celebrated July 4th. And a lot of people, mixed emotions, were like, screw July 4th. What are you celebrating for?
I saw that.
Right. And so I think, yeah, it's high time that we change that. Some good comments coming in, by the way. Shout outs to Joe. Shout outs to Blackwood. With Meta World Peace was an OG statement name, for real. Isn't that, wouldn't that look good on the jersey? Shout outs, Blackwood. I see you, brother. Good comment.
Yo, shout outs to World Be Free. Remember World Be Free? That's a name. I used to love that name. He was a baller back in the day.
Yeah, no, I don't. And we got a comment from Dele. He wants to know what's the latest with Kaepernick. I don't know.
I don't know. Kaepernick, yeah, looks like that he's going to get a legit shot, but I don't know how much you follow his career. Do you think he's got enough left in his tank on athletic merit alone to make a team?
I don't know.
Or do you think?
But does it even matter? Does it even matter? He's more than that now, right? Like, it's just he needs to
Sure.
be on some team. So I think he'll be on a team. So
Do you
good,
think a
good
team will
comment.
Do you think a team will like pick him up for, I don't want to say selfish reasons, but because he is an icon now and it's like a good
Exact,
PR move?
100%, 100%. Not even, yeah, not even, yeah, not even a question.
I don't know.
It is for
Like,
sure. But yeah, you know, we'll definitely keep a pulse on that. I think
yeah,
it's important that we keep, you know, this show is about art, culture, and community. So this is all of them kind of interweave, right?
yeah,
The Kanye stuff, the sports stuff, the Kaepernick stuff, it all kind of meshes in together. So we'll keep a
that's
pulse on
right.
that for you guys. And I think one other thing we wanted to talk about before we go is we've been getting so much great support from the Toronto Music Expo. They've I was able to perform and do a showcase there earlier in January. We
That's right.
talked about that on one of our other shows. They did a virtual conference, which was amazing. And then on July 17th, they're doing like another platform for musicians, and they're going to allow me to talk about Humble and Hungry. So shout outs, Mark, who's from Toronto Jobs, who's been really supportive of the Humble and Hungry initiative. He's part of the group on Facebook. I got a lot of respect for him, and we're going to be doing that too. So you guys got to. I'm not sure if it's just for musicians, but if it isn't, I'll send the link. We'll link out on our social feed so you guys can be involved in that.
That's right. Follow both of our handles on Instagram and follow the Humble and Hungry Instagram handle. We're going to have a lot of new things coming out, not just having to do with music. We'd like to open this up to visual arts as well. So we have some ideas with that we're kind of playing with.
Definitely.
And hopefully we're going to have a nice cycle of things going on. And we'd love some interaction from you guys and continue to promote the engagement with us too. So, you know, you guys are our audience and we want to talk about things that you're interested in. So let us know what's on your mind and we'd love to hear from you. There you go.
Absolutely. Yeah.
This was great, V.
Yeah.
Only like 2 or 3 technical issues, us getting kicked out. That's not bad for us, man. This is pretty decent.
We should definitely sign off before it happens again. And I just
great.
love like that. I'm looking at the comment section. Shout outs to Lucio, shout outs to Jody, shout outs to Blackwood, shout outs to Della. And everyone else watching, you know, live or later, you know, at a different day.
Yeah.
But the greatest thing is that I'm seeing it. We've got people on Twitch. We've got people on Facebook. We've got people on YouTube. It's all on the comments. I wish you could
build
see
that
it.
audience.
So
I know.
much love to everybody. I'm probably going to be sick after this show, but hey, we got through it.
Nice.
And yeah, stay tuned. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you
Absolutely,
again.
guys. Hey, and I'm going to be sick too because I had a great time today talking with you. So this is great. We look forward to bringing you some more content in the future. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon, so enjoy it while V is, recovering. So thank you all. We'll talk to you all soon.
All right. Peace out.
All right. Peace. Love y'all.